Salt Lake to St. George is something that we've all driven so many times. We decided it was kind of a bragging rights race. That distance, 410 miles, isn't necessarily something you want to do on your own. People can, but the idea of doing it with some good friends and doing it through the night adds a whole new aspect to it. I grew up in North Ogden and grew up around a lot of racing events. We've grown up with Lotaja in our backyard, the Logan to Jackson bike race. Went through college and couldn't really figure out what I wanted to do. Finally finished up at Utah State with a degree in entrepreneurship. And when looking at all the different options, one of the things that I loved was the race atmosphere. In 2009, I did it with one of the partners, Jeffrey Montague, and he and I rode it as a two-man relay. And then in 2010, this year, we drove the course a lot and came up with the final route that we had this year.
Toward these. Make sure if you don't use these.
So we came all the way from Arkansas to win this. Or have fun, either one, I guess. Have fun. Yeah.
This is Group IB Pro Fun. This is our first time doing a race like this, where we do a relay, and so we're pretty excited.
We're just out to have a good time and hopefully throw down a good fast time as well. You know, if all goes well, we'll be in before 8 tomorrow morning, and we'll enjoy some good time at night and can have a fun time.
I don't know why I'm here. Well, because Troy asked me.
This is my team right here. This is my son Griffin and myself, and we're just trying to see how fast we can do it.
I started biking in the 70s. I taught for 32 years, taught and coached. I was a health and fitness teacher in high school, and just realized that okay, this is a good way to not to beat my body up and to be able to get a lot of exercise.
All right, everybody line up in a line.
Great.
Let's give it up for Salt to St.
My dad asked me to do the Salt to Saint, and it kind of, seemed like a really fun thing to do, and it actually did turn out to be really fun. My name's Griffin Jones. I cycle for fun. I'm currently working at Contender Bicycles. Recently graduated from the University of Utah with a degree in mechanical engineering. Cycling is one of my biggest hobbies.
Are we there yet, St. George?
I started the Salt to Saint race by climbing Suncrest, which is one of the difficult climbs in the Salt Lake Valley.
I feel like the beauty of this event is that in our culture right now, and this generation, my generation, we use phones, we use text messages, we use the internet, and we don't have that face-to-face interaction as much as we really crave to get together and to have a social experience and to do something crazy like stay up all night and ride 400 miles. It's such a thing that I think we as humans crave.
My next leg was the backside of Utah Lake, which is incredibly windy. And when you're on a bike, you know, and there's a 20-mile-an-hour headwind, it's a really frustrating thing when you should be going faster, but you're not because the wind's holding you back. Mentally and physically, by the end of that leg, I was exhausted and almost ready to quit after just a few hours. But you know, I know that my dad could do it, so I know that I couldn't let him down and I couldn't let myself down by quitting. So, you know, it started actually getting easier from there.
So we got drinks, we got chocolate milk, we got Diet Cokes, we got egg rolls. This is why we're so fast. We eat these spring rolls. They're fantastic. You eat them, you're fast. So that's what we got. We got beds back here to lay down. We got a foot massager right here, a full professional foot massager and back massager. So all we need is a masseuse. That's coming next year though, for sure.
That's Neil.
Neil is this is his motorhome, so he's driving us, and we've got him jacked up on caffeine and cocaine. I mean caffeine.
I think that's what our goal is right now. It's just being able to complete it. So I think, and be safe. Yeah. And don't get any rashes. Road rash.
It's a surreal feeling. It's very dreamlike when you're out in the middle of nowhere on Highway 89 even, and it's you and the cows and a bright moon, or even when the moon wasn't out. It was very dreamlike almost, and I really loved it.
It's going good so far. We're just excited to get on with the next leg. This will be fun making this ride in the night.
Put it on this part of the bar a little bit.
I think the coldest temperatures this year, anyone said, was 27 degrees. And to go from almost 100 degrees up north in Salt Lake to below freezing to finishing in St. George at almost 100 degrees, it was you get a pretty wide spectrum.
Oh, go look out!
Aaron, sorry, we were having a TV interview.
That's okay. That's Aaron. He's the rock star. Radio.
It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't sleep because I had so much adrenaline going through me. But you know, I had the opportunity to try and sleep and just couldn't. At 3 in the morning, waiting for my dad to show up, and you know, knowing I have to go out and ride in 30-degree weather, it was fun.
Happy to be done. That was fun. Good group of girls to ride with. It's just a lot of fun. Glad I did it.
When I finally did see that finish line and saw my family standing around it and cheering me on, it was really kind of emotional. And you know, seeing me and my dad work together and seeing what this you know, I consider him an old man. He's a 60-year-old man can do, and seeing him not quit and just go for it was a really, really cool experience for me. And then seeing what I could do physically too. I've never been on a bike for more than, just 5 hours at a time. But sitting on a bike saddle for 11 hours in a 24-hour span was really grueling and kind of testing my mental and physical limit.
That was great. It was tough to get through a lot of the spots, but it was fun. Long night.
It was an adventure.
Chased by 5 dogs.
Did you just tell
It was cold.
It was very cold.
There was like a tiny portion where there must have been like a mink farm or something, because there was like a dead rodent like every 20 feet.
I'm ready for a nap and a shower.
When you stop and think about it, we got 2 guys that rode from Salt Lake down to St. George through all Colorado City and all that type of stuff. And it's amazing that you can do that on a bicycle, really in that short of a time. I tell people what we did and they go, wow, and really it's within most people's reach.
Hot, cold, windy.
It was a little bit of everything. It really was. We were burning up at times. We were freezing at times. We were screaming downhill. We were struggling uphill. We had a great time with the other participants in it. It was a lot of fun because we made some good contacts with people and stay in touch with them along the whole route and check in on them, and it was good. It really was. Doug talked us into coming down, and we're from Arkansas, so we really enjoyed it.
Nice job, Hannah.
Everyone here is what we take a group.
Yes, we're going to take a group picture.
I think that's fun.
I think we're all here.
Okay.
We made it to St. George. I almost died, but we made it.
When the last rider came in to the finish line and no one was hurt, no major problems, no one ended up in Las Vegas or in Wyoming or anything, we were really pleased with it. People loved it. We got a great response. Those riders that we asked for as much feedback as we could get, and people were really positive about it and gave us so many good pointers here and there, but overall they just loved the event. And being the first year, things went over really smoothly. It was really good feeling to know that this is going to be an event that grows in the future, and so many other riders this year said, oh, we'll be back next year, and we told everyone, when we went home, we told our friends, and they want to come and do it with us next year, and so we want to provide something next year that's even better.
I thought the route was excellent. Clay did a great job in picking the route and having that set up, and very well organized. Very well set up in terms of signage and things like that.
It's good to push yourself, and it's good to find new experiences and try new things, and this is a great way to combine the aspect of a relay and the aspect of endurance cycling together, and so that's what I'd encourage people to do is put aside those things they really worry about and come give it a try, and we'll guarantee that they'll love it.